Hello, this is Karen Claridge. I've been asked by a number of parents recently just what does it take for my teenager to get a job for the holidays or for the weekend. So I thought I would share with you my 5 top tips to help you get your teen out the house and getting a job. There are so many great reasons why you need to encourage that. From here in Australia, they can work from the age of 14 upwards in casual work. I don't know what it's like in your country, but check out all the regulations and rules first of all. The number one reason why I think it's so important they start thinking about getting a job is because the confidence it gives them is really quite incredible. My son started working last year at the age of 15, and he's been saving money to go on a particularly special school trip, and it has done wonders to his self esteem and maturity. So it's a very key thing. The other thing I want to mention is companies out there, no matter who they are across the world, look at CVs further down the track. And if your son or daughter hasn't worked during the weekends or holidays or even done voluntary work, it's going to be a big cross against them. What it shows companies is that they have a proactive mindset, that they're taking the initiative, they're not just sitting around, hanging around at weekends and holidays. It is really important, and with a very competitive job market, it's a great thing to have on their CV. The bugbear for many future employers is no matter how large or small, they don't like an entitled attitude. In other words, because I'm a student and I work hard during the term, I don't need to do any holiday work or casual work. So it's a really great mindset to get out there and start thinking about some casual work they'd like to do. Now, coming from a recruitment background and working with many employers and organisations I have my 5 top tips that will help you to guide your team to getting a job. The first thing is it's much more competitive than teenagers think it is. It's not just a question of wandering in with a CV, with shorts and a t-shirt or wherever it is in your country, and just expecting that there'll be lots of jobs around. The very best casual jobs for students are taken by the most proactive students. So the best ones go first. Now, we are coming up to our holidays in a couple of weeks, and it's now time, particularly here in Australia, to start thinking now about getting CVs out and going to see people. So I don't know when your holidays are, but it's really worth doing this preliminary work before it starts. So they need first and foremost to know that it isn't easy, it is competitive, and you've got to do this preparation first. Number one, make sure they have a standout resume. Now, I've got it on my website. If you want to go to the my services under teens, there's a free downloadable template which you can use, which highlights all the important things they need on their one-page resume. But it needs to stand out and really showcase them at their very best. Get your student, get your teenager to start looking at what kind of CV they would like, but it just cannot be the bog standard black and white boring CV. It takes 6 seconds for a company or business to decide whether they'll keep that CV in the look at pile or it will go in the waste bin. 6 seconds, so make sure it's one that stands out for all the right reasons. Now, before your teenager approaches any business for a job, they need to have a plan of action. You can help them do this by getting them to do a bit of role play. Now, I know they're going to completely cringe at this, but they need to know that body language, the way they sit, the way they communicate, very first impressions are absolutely essential. They need to know how to introduce themselves. What I always suggest is have this 1 or 2 sentences that they learn off pat so that they feel really confident when they walk in. But literally, how they walk in, how they communicate, whether it's a handshake or eye contact, all very important. So please help them practice role play. As I said, you'll get a lot of eye rolling from them, but it will be so worth it when they start realizing it's an important skill to have. Also, at the interview, help them to find ways to come across with confidence. As I briefly mentioned, things like eye contact, handshake, and finding ways of portraying their personal qualities that they have that's unique to them. Every teenager has unique qualities and strengths that they can offer, but they have to work out what that is first of all. That needs to be on the CV. If you look at my template for the important things, there needs to have a paragraph about their social attributes, what they think they can offer any business. It could be great communication skills, people skills, good at listening, team member, whatever it is, but make sure it's genuine and make sure that they know what they have to offer before they even go for an interview. They always need to show great manners. It goes such a long way, even in this day and age, to be polite, to thank them for their time, to ask good questions, all very important. It shows proactivity as well as good manners. Remember that they need to leave a very good, positive last impression. If they do have an interview, they need to say, I'm really interested in the job, or whatever that is right for them, but they need to show keenness, they need to show willingness, they need to show they'll put the hours in, that they have a great attitude. All these things are really important to get across at the interview. And finally, make sure they follow up. It's not up to the company. They say they'll contact you, but if they don't, and without hassling them, if those 5 days or a week's gone past, you can always get them to phone up in a very polite way and say, look, I'm very interested in the job and just wanted to know if you've made a decision yet because I'm that keen. So these are all key things as to why they need a holiday job. First of all, earning money for themselves is great. It helps them to be more self-reliant and stop asking you to borrow money, which is a big thing. So lots of great reasons why they need to go and get a job. Please encourage them to do so, even if financially you don't need them to do it. It is so important. As I mentioned earlier, years down the track, when they go for an interview, they will look at what they've been doing in their vacations, and it's so competitive, it's important they've done something. So I hope that's helped. So much good luck. Help your teen and guide them as much as possible. And I wish you all the luck, and let me know how you go in helping your teenager get a job. Good luck and see you next time. Bye.